Hello, 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 beautiful souls. Welcome back to another episode of Sisters with a Purpose. I'm your girl, Leash.
And I'm Bree.
And the purpose of our channel is to give you a little bit of sports, always get the health of whatever month we're recording in from Bree. And we always just like to share awareness and have people come on to our live episodes and just share their story with us. So we haven't been able to connect in a while. Our last episode, we were live in San Antonio. The weather was a little bad as usual, but we were able to kind of get together and it was a great time. So for today's episode, we will be doing it from home during the day, but we will sure to be able to give you some good content. So Bree, how have you been?
Working, I'm tired. Same old, just different thing. Yeah, let me say I apologize because it was an interesting night for me, and I thought my alarm was definitely set, and I guess I didn't hear it. I don't woke up to like 8 missed calls and whole shebang. But yeah, last night work was interesting, from the mom who's sugar plumbing in the middle of the night to infectious disease. I've had a night. So
Okay.
anyways, that's part of my job. I'm here. So
All righty. My night was okay. Baby girl still ain't sleeping through the night, but I mean, ain't nothing coffee can't help. we will. It's. I just keep reminding myself it's temporary. It's
it
temporary.
is.
It'll eventually. She ain't gonna be wanting to be bothered with us no more when she grows up. So, I just keep reminding myself it's temporary. But let's go ahead and jump into our sports segment. So Bree, Super Bowl was last night. Did you catch any of it?
I
No.
tried. I so tried. Um, no, I hit the
No.
ground running. I didn't even. I don't know what it was. I think I was jinxed because half the nurses was in one room trying to watch Bad Bunny at halftime, and I'm dealing with chaos with one of my patients. So I did get a chance to kind of catch up later in the night. As y'all know, Bad Bunny performed. It was this
Hmm.
huge thing. He brought out Lady Gaga, which her platform at one point in time was huge. And then Ricky Martin, who we hadn't seen in years. And then, the overall message between him giving the little boy the Grammy who has been affected by ISIS and stuff. So a lot of hidden messages and stuff there. Obviously, it rubbed Trump wrong because, child, he done already fired off a long message. I'm like, ain't this about the upteenth year in a row that you done said that this is the absolute worst halftime performance? So I think if you get labeled that with Trump, it's really the opposite. It's 10 out of 10. But for what I can see, he did a really good job. It was a different mix up. We talked about it in the past on the podcast. It was time for a change, right?
Hmm.
We've been riding that Black History wave for a while.
Right. In
So
February.
it was time for a mix up, and it was a good one.
Yeah, it was good. I will say I did not understand a lick of it as far as him speaking Spanish the whole performance, but I just compared it to when I was watching Selena or when I listened to Selena. I don't understand what Selena's saying, but I do know and remember her lyrics.
Mhm.
And I do love me some Selena. So anything for Selenas is what we gonna say. So but so Bad Bunny, the Bonito Bowl, I would say it was I would say Apple Music lately, they've taken it up a notch as far as their production. I could imagine because we're just watching it from the screen,
Mhm.
but if you're probably there at the stadium, obviously it looks totally different. But from a production standpoint, I was in awe. Like
Yeah.
it was amazing. It really looked like truly a music video, but it was on a football field. Um,
Yeah. Seeing the little minions running the grass was wild.
yeah, I was like, oh, this is real people.
Yeah. That was wild. But I mean,
Yeah.
they're showing out year after year. So your boy fired off a message, which he has
Ooh.
not confirmed was related or not to the Super Bowl. But Chris Brown did kind of, throw a little dagger out there,
What do you
like
say?
it's time for him to come out. Let me make sure I quote him.
Okay, because he could just be talking about his tour, because he been in retirement since the summer, so he could
Girl,
just
not since the summer. He got my money. I would tell you
right. I'm
it
like,
was
maybe he just trying
a
to warm
time.
us up for the tour.
It was a time. It was a time.
Yeah,
And
no,
now
I
it's
had a
post
great
post
time.
Super Bowls being overshadowed by Cardi B. And not y'all done possibly broke up the day of the Super
Oh,
Bowl. They just they
dang,
gonna
that's crazy.
I don't know how
I
you
didn't.
break up when you got kids. But magically, Chris Brown said while the Super Bowl was going on, and somehow
Mhm.
after the halftime show, I think it's safe to say they need me. So I don't know. People are
Maybe he
taking
was
that
talking
as a
about his kids.
girl, them kids with him 24. So what they need?
Well, he had just posted a TikTok with his daughter, so maybe that's what he was talking about.
He ain't cleared it up. So I guess he letting this negative ride the wave, but he would do an amazing.
Oh yeah,
And I mean, hello, he had a Super Bowl themed tour. So I'm just
yeah. I I don't think he would though, because it's a. I didn't know they did. You don't get. I don't think you get paid to do it.
no.
And then I don't know. Can he really? Out of all his songs and everything he does, could you really do that in 15 minutes? Like we saw when Usher did it, and we was
Yeah, it was
like,
hard for us.
everybody was like, he didn't do enough, or he should have did this song, he should have did that. I'm like, Chris Brown got so many hits. Literally, could he? What 15-minute performance could he do? What I would want to see is him do his tribute to Michael Jackson. That's all I would want to
I
see
would
during the
love
Super.
that.
Yeah.
I would love for him to do it like they were supposed to with Sierra before
Hmm.
they cut that or whatever. I think that would be huge. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I would want to know what the numbers were like. And I'm curious. I don't know if they released. They
Oh
typically.
yeah.
I don't know if they released what Bad Bunny's halftime performance numbers were. I'm pretty sure they're going to be something record breaking, right? It's Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Same person who shut 35 down when he came to San Antonio. He had traffic a whole mess. But I think it's safe to say Chris Brown would eat those numbers up. And
Yeah.
then they have the drama with Kid Rock trying to do another halftime performance, and what
That really surprised me because I'm like, what was that Super Bowl, like 60 or 50? I forgot what number Super Bowl it was, but when have we ever heard of that? Like when my husband was telling me about it, I said, they doing what? Like when has that's what time we're living in now, where it has to be another one.
I think it would people are really showing their hand, especially with this ISIS thing. I think Bad Bunny and obviously, him being of a Spanish culture, they they were just throwing it. I think he caught it harder than a lot of other people that have performed the Super Bowl. But we're
Hmm.
just living in that time, and it's just such a hot topic that it's sad. It's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad. San Antonio, they just confirmed that ISIS bought a building here. It has been
Oh
a
wow.
huge thing in the past couple of weeks that they've been talking about. Nobody could confirm or whatever, but it has been confirmed. ISIS did purchase a thousand square foot building here in San Antonio. I want to say it's like somewhere on the northeast side. So
Wow.
I think it's going to get ugly for San Antonio.
It's
Yeah.
gonna get worse than it gets better. Yeah. And that's unfortunate, man. But like I hope everything, I just hope for the best. Prayer, prayer, prayer. But back to the Super Bowl and back to the game. So the Patriots played. Why did I just forget who they played? The Seattle Seahawks. Maybe because I don't like the Seahawks. But anywho, I was rooting for the Patriots. That's why I wanted them to win. But yeah, it was. I don't know. It was different from last year. I guess because last year Husbay's team was playing in it, so it was interesting watching Philly play. But this year, it just for me, it took a lot to just get it started. It didn't get interesting until the fourth quarter when the Patriots finally scored, and he was like, "Okay." They showing a little something,
Yeah,
something.
Chris had already said it was already high predictions that the Seahawks was going to take it. A lot of people didn't think that it was going to be this toe for toe game, and it wasn't a toe for toe game. When have we had a nail biter Super Bowl? They got in the
Shoot.
past couple of years. It's
Not since since Tom Brady played.
right. So it's just been these Super Bowls. It's just they just landsliding in one way, which I clocked your T. I'm a little surprised that ain't no Seahawks blood over there.
Mm-mm. No, we don't. We don't disclose it in.
So moving along. I was
I
just like,
don't. I don't. Shoot, I don't like how to this day people still. I'm like, that was so many years ago when Trey played for them. But anywho,
but that was
yeah,
his first. We still got our little merch, but
yeah. No,
yeah.
I don't wear no merch from them, and I was actually rooting against them.
Russell and Sierra went and supported. I'm surprised because he's had bad blood with the former coach of the Seahawks.
Yeah,
So
Pete Carroll. I was surprised too. I knew he was gonna go, but I was really surprised. But I mean, it's kind of like what you said when that's like the first team you invested in. At the end of the day, it's nothing but love. But I'll be salty. I'm a little salty. I'm gonna be salty sister because yeah, I don't like how they was doing my brother at the end.
yeah.
But yeah, no, it was I love the commercials. The commercial they were very AI focused and like
Mhm.
Chat GPT and I don't know. Is that the word? Is that what we turning into?
We really are. I mean, we were already on this kick of just we all be heads down in our phones and social media, but um AI is making it so hard to just be descriptive between the real world and the fake world. Like we're having our floors done in our house, and I have wanted a floor to ceiling entertainment center in our living room. We have high ceilings in
Mhm.
here, whatever. And I simply uploaded a picture and told it, hey, I want you to do this, 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 and this. And it gave me my living room
Yep.
with options. And I'm just like, at this point, I don't know if a lot of jobs will not be safe. You do interior design, what? That's going to be telling you where to pick up your supplies. And
Yeah. No, that is scary.
it
Yeah.
is. My friend is having a hard time, and he has his master's in finance. And
Okay.
he has said that it has started probably about a year or so ago where your financial advisors and stuff, they're gonna be kind of moving into a different degree because a lot of the banks are allowing AI to take over their systems.
Yep.
A lot of stuff is not man duty with, now you apply for a loan. How often is it really going to an underwriter?
True.
It's just not any, a lot of
Yeah.
times we get flagged for
Hmm.
underwriting a lot more often. But now with this beefing of AI, child, underwriting is they going bye-bye.
Yeah. It's scary because to think what the future is going to look like in 5 to 10 years with this AI, it is pretty scary. And I try not to pay attention to it because the news is already scary as it is. But I know out like Japan and China, the robots and all that stuff, it's scary to
They're
me.
way ahead.
Yeah,
Way,
than
way.
what we have. So, but with sports, as far as the Super Bowl, NBA All Star Weekend is coming up. It's this weekend. I love how they have it back to back. I think I forgot
It's
where
a
they're.
long break before you
You said what?
long. It's about to be dry for a lot of men.
Yeah, yeah. It's that. It'll be NBA All Star Weekend, and it'll be the NBA
Track and
Finals will be
field
here
gonna keep
before
us
you know
going.
it. March Madness, all of that, and then we'll hit our slope, and then shoot, girl, it'll be fall. College football be back. Shoot how it goes. Oh, and the WNBA will start back up too. But yeah, it. That's why the first half of the year to me always goes by so fast. It'll
Mhm.
be July before we know it. We'll be recording July episode before you know it. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about with the sports segment was, the Super Bowl, NBA All Star Weekend's coming up. They're doing USA versus the world for the All Star game, which is a little different because in the NBA there are a lot of people that are not USA, so
Mhm.
not part of the USA, that come from overseas. Even when they play in the Olympics, they usually play with their country. So we'll see if what do you call them? Deer legs.
Oh, girl, let me clarify because y'all. So now I guess that we are, we're growing, right? So now people are more interactive and they share us their opinion on some of our social media page. I did get my first little little attack, little sting where somebody was like, the audacity for me to call him deer legs. We should not be talking about his physical appearance. That is not nice. And let me clear this up. Dear Legs nickname has nothing to do with his like physical appearance, like
Mhm.
calling him out. Okay. When he first got to the Spurs, he was still trying to find his footing, still trying to find his
Yeah,
coordination. And he is this very like he's tall, like he's just this overly big person. And so for me, his uncoordination, because when his first couple of the games was not great. Let's be clear. They were not
yeah,
great. I nicknamed him Deer Legs because it's almost like a deer that's first born. They're just uncoordinated and trying to learn how to walk. Okay. And that's what it was. It is really not us really literally saying that the man has deer legs, but child, they tried to clock my tea. The baby was like, oh, Beyonce, like I came for Beyonce. I says, okay, go Spurs, go. My bad.
girl. You know you can't. Now, if they would have been, if their season would have been like not good, then they would have been okay with it. But girl, the Spurs doing good.
Yes. Yes,
I've been. I was like, shoot, let me try to catch a game. The Mavericks, we rebuilding. Let's just say that. We traded Luca. We got Anthony Davis. We just traded him. I said, well, wait a minute. Make it make sense. So Kyrie still ain't playing. So yeah, we
Mm.
we in the rebuilding stage right now. But yeah, no, the Spurs doing good. They didn't play OKC about a billion times, but they doing good. Every time I turn it on, I'm like, they playing OKC again.
Well,
Jesus.
yeah, y'all stop coming for me. I hope we get back to it if that's his nickname, because they got like this little nickname challenge for him, and he's hashtag dear legs. So
Well, I'm eager to see if he's going to play. The All Star game is on Sunday, so I'm eager to see if he's going to play. And it's going to be interesting. This is the first time they've done. I know they try to change it up every year. Like I think last year it was Team LeBron versus like Team Giannis. So this year it's going to be interesting. I wonder. We'll see if USA going to win.
LeBron. Speaking of college basketball, did you see Carmelo Anthony's son got benched? And that was a lot of hype. What is that baby's name? His name is slipping my. It's the cutest name. Oh my
I
god.
don't. Kai. I think it is Kai.
Yeah.
Camelo.
No.
But I
This
did
is
see he
bad.
got.
But
I did
yes.
see he got benched. I
Do
mean,
you
he's a.
think because he's a freshman? Do you think something disciplinary happened, like they're proving a point? Because I mean, he's good.
Yeah, he is really good. I was impressed, especially because he was a freshman. I don't know. I don't want to speculate because I played basketball and it could literally be because of anything. Like at the end of the day, the head coach can do what he want to do, or she can do what they want to do, and they gonna prove a point. They don't
Mhm.
care who you are. I remember one time, we had a curfew and we were playing, I forgot who we were playing, but two of our starters were late for curfew. And shoot, that next day when we had a shoot around before the game, my coach was like, oh yeah, y'all don't suit up. It's okay. I said, what? Like, no, they run a tight ship. So it could be a little bit of anything. I really just hope, because this transfer portal thing to me is getting crazy. I just hope this one incident doesn't trigger him to start looking into the transfer portal,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that's what happens. And one of my friends said this too. I saw on social media. Nobody, I think the way this transfer portal is going, nobody's really gonna feel like you're an alumni. because you're transferring so much. Like you're not gonna be able to say, "Oh, I went to such and such
There's a
for
loyalty.
5 years. I got my degree." It's like, no, I went here for a year, transfer, got the money, went here for a year,
Well,
and then
the,
like
that
I
the
don't know.
NIL was gonna have some kind of negative.
Yeah.
Prime, that was a big thing last month. Um, Prime and Coach Prime. If y'all don't know who, I hope y'all know who we're talking about. Deion Sanders and his fines and how he gonna be taxing on the NIL money. Wear
Mhm.
somebody else's gear, be late. Don't hold yourself accountable. You ain't coming to workouts. It's a fine. And I think it's a good financial way to show them that there's responsibility. Like you have some just showing up and playing. No, we expect more from y'all when y'all get ready to touch down on this field. And that's how life works, right? There's a repercussion for everything. So I thought that was neat. And I think probably more coaches will
Do
follow.
that. Yeah, they got to do something. I mean, don't get me wrong. Some girls, it just depends on who you are. They're not getting as paid as much as
Mhm.
the men, but still, it's to me, it's a little bit out of control. I could just be hating because I didn't get paid in college, but there needs to be they need to do something about it. I think Dion's doing a great job. I was like, okay,
Mhm.
go ahead and do that because I sure wouldn't be late. Like, but they do it in the NFL,
Yeah, I mean, it,
so.
it really is preparing you for
Mhm.
a level of responsibility. And, why not? Why not
Yeah.
do it? People get fined for stuff all the time. So I think it's a really, really great idea. He had a whole comment during Super Bowl weekend when they asked him would he ever cross over and be an NFL coach.
Oh yeah, that was. I said that was so funny because he is well. Like we've talked about him on previous episodes. He is so well spoken. Like I could, if he was to ever come and just speak, I would come and sit and just take it all in. But yeah, I thought that was so funny. He was said, "The Holy Spirit just told me to stop talking,"
Girl,
because he
he
was
said,
finna
how was
let
the way
it.
they did my son? I said, oh, the Father is coming out. And it ain't the Holy Ghost.
Because
So
he was he and that has happened before too. I feel like me and you, we could say we're guilty of it. Like especially you at work. If you're comfortable, you sometimes forget your surroundings and where you at, and you gotta redact what you. Wait a minute, I didn't mean to say it like that. Let me. It's
child,
just like when you I know for me, if I'm in a situation, like if I'm around a lot of people, or if I'm speaking with someone the same race as me, it's a little bit more of a comfortability. You can kind of let back. But yeah, Dion was a little too comfortable. He said, "Wait a minute, I forgot where I was for a second."
child, I forgot where I was last night just with everything going on. I ain't gonna even lie. God is my witness. I had to apologize to my coworkers last night because y'all done irked me to the T, but it was a lot.
Mm.
Just coming in and playing cleanup
Oh,
and
that's the worst.
it is. And I've
That's
had
the worst.
2 nights, but I have I'm gonna just say more of like freshman RNs that I'm coming in behind, and you don't know what you don't know, right? But
Right. Yeah. No, I'm a big fan of that. I hate. It's just like at. This might be a bad example, but it's just like when you come home, if you coming home expecting something to be a certain way, and when you come home and it's not, you're walking into a mess when it could have been avoided. That's
it's
how I see it. It's like I done been
one
out all
of
day,
those
and
things.
now I'm walking into a mess that was supposed to be
Whole
done.
whole mess. Girl, my whole mess started as soon as my patient's like, hey, I want some pain meds. The nurse already, girl, by the time I got out the room, gone. Gone. I'm thinking she runner and a track star, she done hit the clock out. But patient asked for pain meds, and I'm pulling up the chart, and I'm like, you delivered at 4 o'clock this morning. It's 7 o'clock this evening. You don't have a postpartum order set?
Mm.
Like, where's her drugs at?
Right.
Girl, that was, I had to go. I had to go pray on it. I'm like,
I would have definitely made note of it though,
oh baby.
for the
Let me tell
because
you how
isn't it like a
good
charge
God
nurse or
is.
something?
God is good because she was scheduled again this morning.
No, you didn't. I already know where this is going.
Scheduled again this morning. And I made light of the situation, but I did pull it to the side, and we did have a conversation.
Yeah.
The crazy part was both her patients, both, not just one, both patients. Last night, emergency situation, order set, don't have what I need. I'm like, what are y'all doing? So I was like, when I don't want to be in a when shit hits the fan situation. But you learn, you live and you learn. I had to, like I said, I had to apologize because I got in my feelings, let go, let God situation. But yeah, it happens more
Mm.
often than it should.
So,
So
do I even want to transition to our health portion, or is that is that gonna be the health portion
you
for this
know,
episode?
health this month, as y'all know, y'all probably gonna see a lot of red this month. I'll keep it light. So red is American Heart Association. They're painting everything red. Y'all might see a lot of people doing a lot of red challenges and stuff like that. But I think I'm more interested that it's Black History Month because we haven't mentioned that at all.
Yeah, I
Y'all know
mentioned it.
I'm
Yeah,
a big
yeah,
fan.
I should have mentioned it at the beginning, but we started kind of talking about Super Bowl and ice and all that stuff. But yeah, it is Black History Month.
It is Black History Month, and I have been keeping my tradition alive for the past couple of years now. Where if y'all are friends with me on social media, I give y'all a Black History fact every day until the
Hmm.
month is over with. So, have you been paying attention, sis?
Yes, I have been. And it's actually been interesting. A lot of people have been posting stuff. I follow this lactation nurse, and she had posted an interesting, I forgot exactly what the lady's name was, but she was the first like Black lactation nurse
Ooh.
back in, think it wasn't like 18 such and such. It was like it was in the 19 like century 1900 century, but it was interesting to me that that's what she posted about.
Mm.
Because in the I'm not too sure if you're familiar with this, but I have been reading about breastfeeding and stuff, and it's really not pushed in like our race and our culture. So she had just shared some things about why because she's an African American nurse here in Dallas, but she pushed why she goes so hard because she wants to push it for our community.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
A lot of the hospitals are pushing for breastfeeding only. Mm.
Mhm. And it's a lot. I'm
It is.
6 months
It is a
in.
lot. It is a
Jesus.
lot, and I think that's the part that I don't like the most is people are not pre-educated before deciding they want to breastfeed, or people are not immediately educated about breastfeeding. And it's glitz and glam that first 24 hours is what I tell my parents, because your baby's pretty sleepy, right? And
Mhm.
it's this really cute, you overly sensitive excitement. My baby's here. You want to hold them every 5 seconds. But then reality hits and you're tired. And breastfeeding is very demanding, especially in the hospital, because we are on you like every 2-3 hours. You have to wake this baby up to feed. And you got in a mom that's exhausted that might have been laboring for 24 hours plus. So she might be a C-section. And that after the first 24 hours, that C-section, that breakthrough pain is a beast. And the last thing you want now is a baby attached to you, latching and trying to breastfeed. And so they are wore out tired. And I
Mhm.
don't think that is talked about enough, that it is tiring. It is time consuming. It is a lot of scheduling. When you go home, when can you pump? How do I store? Like when I go back to work, what do we do? It's not a cupcake walk
Mm.
at all.
Say it for the people in the back.
A lot of people fall off with breastfeeding and they end up giving
Mhm.
the baby formula. It is not a cupcake walk. And I will say a lot of my moms are very frustrated by day 2, especially if they're not producing enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You spoke on something very important. I kid you not, I was one. I remember my doula told me, please go take this class. I'm like, "Man, I ain't going to no lactation class. Like, I'm tired. I was already, I think I was like 34 weeks. And she's like, no, you really need to go to this class. Like, just trust me. It's free food there. Okay, you got me at free food. I'll be there. And I brought my homegirl with me too. And it was only four of us in the class, but it was so eye-opening, just as much information as she gave us. Like, your flange, she measured us for our flange size, told us about the different pumps that we needed, the
Mhm.
difference between wearable ones and the ones you plug in, the top brand of pumps that, this might be, it costs this much. Like, this one might be top for everybody. I think it's Mom Cozy. Mom Cozy is just like everybody's dream brand, but she actually broke it down and was like, that's not really like, that might be what's on Amazon, but let me give you a list of ones from an RN perspective. Like, this is what you should use.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful for her. That class. That's
I
probably
break
why I'm
hearts
still,
all the time with them pumps. Because
yeah,
people come in and they want to do these ones that are hidden or whatever. Those pumps most of the time are not good for catching colostrum. You don't have milk, you know,
yeah.
and the way that a lot of these pumps are set up, sometimes the more fancy ones, by the time it finished pumping and the way that it kind of tries to get the milk to where it's supposed to store and you barely have any colostrum, it's like you just wasted time pumping. So girl, use some hospital pumps. But
Hmm.
you did touch on something that a lot of people don't get educated on, and that's that flange size. Because baby, if you don't have the perfect size before you pump, it will do some damage and it will hurt. So yeah, I
Yeah.
guess we wind up having a health topic without having a health topic: breastfeeding and Black History Month. But I will continue to share my lovely Black History facts. I think for Chris and I, the one that hit home for us, because y'all know he's an HVAC company. That's my husband does on top of like commercial stuff. But knowing that a Black woman um, was the history of how we got central heating.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes. So I thought that that was so neat. So every time you go and you call for heating your house, so that central area in your house, know that a Black woman was responsible for that alone.
I will.
We had that whole folding chair incident. We invented that too.
Mm.
Mm.
I ain't even been a.
Yeah.
It's been 2 years since that
Yes,
that
but
incident
I
happened.
laughed because
The
it has
Montgomery.
been 2 years, but we really did create the folding chair. So, a little ironic.
Oh my gosh. I'm not laughing because of the I can't believe, like, I just remember till this day when I first saw that video. I was like, this can't be real.
Can't
What
be
is
real.
going? And then everybody just kept reading. They're like, no, this is real. And then you just kept hearing stories like, oh, they let him off, or oh, they didn't press
I
charges.
was shocked. I just knew they was gonna be up underneath the jail cell. And we do not promote violence, guys. We're just
Yeah.
the situation and kind of taking it for a grain of salt and making light of it. But yes, if you were to go look up history facts, it was a Black inventor of the folding chair.
The folding chair.
Mhm.
Yeah. That mm,
Which
I
happened to
remember.
have usage in more than one way.
Absolutely. So, did you want to add anything else to our health portion before we close out this episode? Or actually, we can talk about one more thing, but did you want to add anything else to the health
No,
portion of today's
I think
episode?
we're gonna keep pushing. I promise y'all an interview, hopefully for HIV awareness, and um, I'm gonna make it happen somehow in this 12 months because that's the interview that I'm really looking for. That I said
Yeah.
this year I want to make happen. So
Yeah, our recap episode did really good. And if you had the chance to watch it, that was one of the interviews that we wanted to do for February of 2026. That will be something that we still push for. So we will try and lock that in. It is just very challenging. I get it. It's very challenging to just come on
mhm.
a channel or just to come and share your story to the world. But you don't know how many people you're helping. Like, every guest that we've had on this year, well, not this year, but just since we started our channel, they've been able to touch just a random person and someone's like, hey, I was able to connect with that episode. Thank you, for sharing. So if you are a guest on our channel, don't be shy. Or if you want to become a guest, just, send us a message. You have me and Bree's contact information. Send us a DM through Instagram. Send it to our Instagram, or you can even send us an email. We'll put our email handle in the YouTube description as well. But next episode, we are hoping to do live. It will be our March episode. So, Bree, what topic were we going to discuss for March?
Well, March marks alcohol and substance abuse.
Okay.
So it does that. And, that is one that hits home for a lot of people. That's what we're aiming for. But, that's the good thing about awareness for the month. There's always more than one. So that is subject to, of course, change. But if you had a substance abuse or alcohol abuse, please share. That was like what our second interview with Camille.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So go back and watch, our second interview that we ever did, and Camille's amazing story that started when she was a teenager and how she overcame that. So we
And
would
how
love
it
to hear
started
your
with her
story.
dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Started at home.
Mm-hmm. So I think that would be amazing. Or sometimes we don't talk about people that have been affected by having a parent or a loved one that dealt with that for years. So both both are interesting.
Yeah. All right, everyone. So, like I said, if you feel like you have a story to tell, that is something that we are shooting for in March. Whether you live in the Dallas area or whether you live in San Antonio, we can make it happen. We just need to know a date and time you are free. We will try to make it happen so we can record that episode live. But that concludes our quick and short little episode of Sisters with the Purpose. As we conclude this episode, just know you'll always get a little bit of sports. Although we talked a little bit about sports longer today, but that's okay. Um, it was a lot to talk about and unfold because we haven't met this year. But you'll always get some sports from me and Bree. You'll also get some health from Bree and I as well. Bree being the lead person talking about that. Please like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And until next time, I'm your girl Leash.
And I'm Bree.
Bye.